Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Butterfly, but you can call me Fly. Back here on Minecraft, as it's Minecraft Monday, and this is episode 56 of the Minecraft Let's Play series. So before we get started, if you guys would like to go ahead and check out episode 55, I'll have an info card above my head. You guys go ahead and check that one out. Just simply went ahead and tried to get a netherite hoe, but as you guys can see in my inventory, still only have a diamond one. So if you guys want to see how that went down, kind of get the idea as to how that plan may have fell through, be sure to go ahead and check that one out if you guys would like to. Anyway, as you guys could see, yes, this is finally all drained out. I have grass growing and whatnot currently. I did state in last week's episode I was going to go ahead and try to get another episode out, this episode 56, before this Minecraft Monday. That kind of fell through because this was a lot harder to work on draining out than I thought it was. As you guys know, I only had maybe like 3/4 of this to do. The whole process took me the entire week. Regardless of all that, we are finally here with a drained out ocean monument build. I honestly couldn't be happier. This is probably the coolest build. I'd like to say that this was a little bit harder than to go ahead and get all the deep slate to make the castle walls and whatnot for the kingdom. Even though we didn't have diamond tools or netherite tools or anything at that time, I think it was a lot easier to go ahead and make the castle walls than it was to go ahead and work on draining this out and getting this all built. Because as you guys know, this whole entire build has fallen through, and it nearly almost did again. We nearly had the same episode happen where I went ahead and went into the nether and kind of glitched through. So I didn't know what was up with it before. I had no clue what had happened, but this time I figured it out. It was simply because I ended up walking through the portal. Even though I didn't stand in the portal long enough, I just simply walked through it. That whole sound effect whenever walking through the portal, as if you're about to teleport through it, kind of occurred. And then I had to go to bed at that exact same time. So with that sound effect occurring and then going to bed, as soon as I went to sleep, and then whenever I was supposed to just pop out of the bed and wake up the next morning, it glitched me into the nether and did that whole entire thing again. It activated the portal sound as if I was gonna teleport, even though I didn't stand in it long enough, and going to bed triggered a non-existent loading screen. Like, I just went to bed, woke up, and I was in the nether. I said that I wanted to go ahead and work on getting this netherite, and unfortunately that didn't work out before. Couldn't get the enchantments. It kind of just kept failing because I wanted these specific enchantments that are on it now, and came to find that you needed to have at least one of the enchantments on to go ahead and make the book cheaper. Got an Unbreaking 3 diamond hoe, and then I went ahead and got the efficiency books, combined those all together, got the efficiency 5, threw the mending book on that, and then put those two onto the Unbreaking 3 hoe, and it was all good to go. But then I turn around and came to find I waltz up here to go ahead and throw the little netherite ingot on, and to my surprise, apparently they went ahead and did this whole update here with these I don't even know. I have like no knowledge of these things, this whole armor trim thing. Apparently, if you want anything netherite, not only do you need to go ahead and find ancient debris, you need to go ahead and make this bad boy over here. You can make them whenever you had found one. So you can go ahead and make an extra one, or maybe make 2 off of 1, so then have 3 maybe. I don't exactly know how it works. I just found out that apparently you need to go ahead and hunt these down through bastions, and I believe that's the only way to go ahead and obtain these. I did come across the bastion whenever I glitched into the nether, so I might intentionally do the glitch again to then come across that bastion, because otherwise I couldn't find a single bastion whenever I just hopped into the nether. I actually used the elytra for once. I know I say all the time I'm scared of the nether. I always die in the nether. I'll probably never fly around in the nether. I went against that entire thing and actually did it, and I nearly killed myself in the process. I ran out of fireworks while trying to do just that alone. So unfortunately, nearly died from that whole entire process. Couldn't find a bastion at all. The bastions that I have looted already probably didn't just get randomly replenished with loot. So like I said, I did come across one whenever I glitched in the nether, but I didn't leave torches for myself. So hopefully I made it quite apparent which way I went, so I can kind of follow that same path and find that bastion again, because I didn't keep track of the coordinates, sadly. Either way, that was a surprise to me to go ahead and see that I needed to go ahead and get this template to go ahead and get anything netherite. So I want this whole overgrown sort of design going for this thing. So far what I've thought up, bunch of bamboo to kind of make it look super thick. And then on top of that, I want to go ahead and get some leaves maybe, or maybe just some moss, and throw that on the ocean monument itself, and then continuously bone meal that, because I believe you can bone meal it and it'll spread to other blocks or something like that. I only have a couple ideas for it, and I just know that I want more than what I'm already thinking up. Definitely going to be a build that probably come back to here and there whenever I've thought up other things, so kind of wanted to go ahead and mention it to you guys. I also have no clue what I'm going to use for the lighting source down here. It is not a pretty sight to see all these random torches everywhere. Ran into a slight problem here. It's nothing major. Part of my issue with how this whole entire build was going to be kind of a work in progress was because I don't have enough moss and I don't really know any lush caves to go ahead and get more moss, so I was going to kind of try to rely on hopefully only needing a little bit, and then I could bone meal it. It would spread to the rest, and I'd just kind of pick and choose where I wanted to go. However, to my surprise, you can only really spread it to stone stuff, so that's kind of the unfortunate thing here. Just gonna go ahead, I guess, and pick and choose the little pockets here and there, slap a moss block in there, and bone meal it, and let it spread to all the other ones. And that was terrifying. That is the first time lightning has ever struck that close to me. Drained out this entire ocean monument, just turn around and have it get struck by lightning. This honestly is coming along a lot cooler than I thought it was gonna look. But I gotta say, it is very difficult to go ahead and try to get this moss to cooperate because I have to use stone or dirt. It's just very tedious. Oh snap, as you can see down there, we got those little patches of stone going on, and that's basically what I'm doing for the entire thing. I mean, it's coming along, it looks kind of cool, but it's just very tedious to go ahead and do this and kind of pick and choose what I want to cover and what I don't want to cover. And I definitely need to get more jungle trees. I was gonna only put a couple in here, but then I was like, it might look a little bit cooler than a ton of bamboo just growing up to who knows how tall in here and just littering it with that. See what else I could think up as we're going along here. But of course, like I said, it's gonna be like a work in progress build because I definitely want more than just some trees and some moss thrown on it and some bamboo thrown everywhere. I recorded like 25 minutes worth of content. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to go ahead and add that in. That was kind of throughout this entire process, a good chunk of it at least, and I can't add that in because unfortunately I had my mic muted and I didn't even realize it. So probably a good little bit of stuff where it's just not added into the video. Probably a lot of the bamboo has now appeared all of a sudden, and a lot more moss has probably appeared all of a sudden. I basically just worked on the entire project since that little tidbit of clips that I went ahead and recorded where I had my mic muted. So a lot of content cut out of this video, probably a lot shorter than what it should have been, but this is basically the build for now. As I said, work in progress sort of build. I definitely want to add more to this build. I just have no idea what I want to add yet. I'm for sure keeping this entire section in the front here kind of open. I like this open space here in the front because I might add a rail system going and connecting to that little intersection between the kingdom, the mansion, and the zombie spawner. Might do that where I just run this all the way down there and kind of connect it to where it has that 3-point intersection and make it a 4-point. I kind of just left the bamboo as is for now. I would add a ton more, but I don't want to have to go overboard with needing to take a ton down because I don't know what I want to add to the rest of it just yet. I definitely want to add something, kind of give reason to circle around the entire ocean monument here. Maybe add something throughout this area on the right side, create this little path throughout the bamboo, have something on the back side, and then of course on the left side. So I kind of took it easy on the bamboo. I was gonna go really overboard with it and just spam it everywhere. As you guys can see, it kind of gets a lot more packed up here and you just really can't walk through here at all. Wrapping this entire thing, you guys could probably see throughout this entire episode, I should have some clips still where there's hardly any sea lanterns up there. The recent stacks that I just got, yes, there should be at least 4 to 5 stacks wrapped around this entire thing. Maybe 6 stacks, I don't know, but it's definitely a pretty large circle. Definitely one of my favorite builds so far. I really gotta say though, I like this 10 times better at night. It looks way prettier at night, seeing just a little bit of light shine from different spots with hardly any light surrounding it, and especially whenever it rains. A little bit ago it was raining. It looks so cool. But so hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. Once again, like I said, this should have been a lot longer. I have no clue exactly how long this episode is going to be, but it probably would have been a lot longer than what it is. have to go ahead and still edit it and whatnot. But like I said, there was like 30 minutes straight where I was just sitting there changing some things, rambling on about random things, and unfortunately it was muted. But that's it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. And with that, peace out, Monarch Militia. And as always, spread love, radiate positivity, and try to smile. See you.